Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. So till now we have completed the topics of normalization and now we are going to see how to write the queries. So first we will start with the simple one so that it would be more clear to you that the structure of the query, and then we will move forward to the higher level of the queries. So now how to write a query and what is the meaning of it. So now suppose you want the data from a particular folder from your phone. So how will you say it? It would be like I want this particular data from this particular folder. So this is how we can say it in a general way. So now if you want to write this particular item in the SQL, and that to know that we know that all our data is stored in the tables. So we will write it in a way that select the name of the columns from the table, means the name of that particular table, and we can add also the multiple columns. So here I will show you the practicals also. So let us first see that how many tables are there. So here I will take the table name, that is deposit, right? So to see the data, here I am showing you the table, and then I will explain that how I am writing this query. So here you can see that this is a table. I will explain you this query that how I had written it. So now suppose I want the two columns of it, that is account number and amount. So I can write it in a way that select the name of the columns, means so I will write select account number comma amount from the name of the table. So I will write it in a way as select account number comma. So you have to separate the columns with the comma from. So from which table you are taking it, that is from the deposit, and at the last the semicolon. So here you can see that only the two columns are being shown to us, right? So you can add multiple columns here. So now if I want all the whole table, so I will write that select account number comma C name, B name, amount and A date. So we'll get the whole table. So I will write it in a way as so here you can see that we get the whole table. But now if you want to write it in a much shorter form, if you want the whole table, so here if you see that I have used this star, right, and here I have written it the whole columns, that how many columns are there. So instead of writing all the columns, you can also use a star. So if I will use star instead of all these columns, so here I am just using the star, then also I'll get the same output. Here you can see that this output with the help of this query, that is select account number, C name, B name, amount, A date from deposit, and select star from deposit. Both the tables or both the outputs we get are just the same. So by this we can say that this is the most simpler way to get the data or to see the whole data of the table. So this is how you can write or you can ask from the from the particular software for your tables and their particular columns. Now suppose in this column or here you want a particular data whose account number is 105, right? So you will write it the same way, like if I am writing it. So here you will write it as select column the name from the table. So this would be the main part or the common part. So here from which column I want, that is account number. So I will write select account number from deposit. Now here I want which condition, that is the account number is 105 for suppose. So here I have written it, and then I will write where, that is for account number. Here select account number from deposit where, so the condition will be applied to the column which we have, column name which we have written. So where account number equals to 105, right? Sorry. So here you can see that we'll get only the account number, right? Now suppose I want the whole row. So for whole row also you don't have to write all the names of the particular. Here if you have, here I have written only the one column so that it is giving us only the data of a single column. But here if I'll write a star instead of it, then we'll get the whole row. Let me show you. So here you can see that this is the whole data or the whole row from this table which we have got. Right. So this is how you write different conditions. So there are also different conditions of using it. That is for the conditions also, that is and or the logic gates also. We'll see that in the next video. Also, now there is another thing which is mostly used at the time of at the help of the select. That is, there are in the columns there are multiple names which are repeated, right? There are multiple names. So to want that only the we don't want that repeated names. So for that distinct word is used. So here if you see in the table, here there is no name which is repeated. So let me take another table. That is, so here I'm selecting the whole table. So I have written select star from customer. So here from this table you can see in the city there are Nagpur which is repeated twice and Bombay which is repeated thrice. So here if I want that the whole data of the city but the name should not be repeated, right? So I will write it in a way as select. Now you will write the column that is city from customers, right? But now you want the distinct distinct what we say columns. So here I will write distinct, and the name of the column you have to write it in the brackets, right? And if I'll execute it, so here you can see that the Nagpur which was repeated twice, it is only written here once, and Bombay is also written once. So with the help of the distinct word or a clause, you can say that you'll get only the data which is repeated, but it will show you only the single times. It will not show you that how many times it is repeated. So this is about a simple query which you write for a simpler data which you want from your particular software. And in the next video we'll also see how to write the different conditions, and also you can get your particular and efficient data with the help of that query. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys in the next video.